want to start?
All right, so we'll start with the interior. Put a lot of time into that. Well, I mean, spent a lot of money, I should say. We'll start back here. The beauty of this car is it had full interior. Everything is there. Little stain, but that's expected for a car that's almost 40 years old. Don't mind this. This will get tucked soon. 10-inch Rockford Fosgate sub. This is their kicker, or not kicker, what do they call it? The punch. Rockford Fosgate punch. Has the amp already in the box and everything. Rockford Fosgate speakers all around. It's a JLB deck, and that's a custom deck little accessory made out of the stock one. Bubble shift knob. Probably everybody's favorite are these NRG Prisma seats. I have the pink leopard and suede purple. That goes with the vibe. Shout out to GS Drift Deals. They have the best prices on these. If you didn't notice the extreme flake, I'll let Nick get a good shot of that.
The flake is so good.
It's intense. It's like a stripper's fucking inner thigh.
More glitter than you can handle.
Yep. Everything works on the interior.
I want to get a good look at the leopard one because the sun was messing it up from the other side.
Savage, as it says. That one's also flaked, but you can't see it as good on the white.
This is my favorite seat. Like, it's too small for me, but this just has such a
Listen,
mood.
this seat is the right size for girls with thick thighs and pretty eyes, all right? That's all that matters. I'm going to get harnesses soon. As far as other things, I'm going to do a couple little things. I might actually dye the carpet black. The dash is in really good shape, so it doesn't need much. Just cleaning up. And the gauges, all of them work except for RPM, which I need to work on how I'm going to put that together. I have, well, we'll talk about the swap here in a second, but I do have an S14 KA in here, and so getting the gauges to work is a little more difficult than imagined. But yeah, so that's the interior, super clean. I dare you to find an S12 with a more interesting interior, that's for sure. Let's talk about the mud.
Yeah, this is the heart and soul.
Yeah. You know, camera getting it pretty decent.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. So this is an S14 out of a 97 Nissan 240SX. What did I say? An S14 KA.
Yeah, S14K.
Out of a 97 Nissan. It has DC headers, cold air intake. Other than that, it's mostly stock, which is plenty of power for these cars. Probably, I would say it's probably plus 50 horsepower to the stock CA. This one had, put a catch can, ran some new fuel lines.
I like your custom water bottle.
Thank you. The overflow is a nice aluminum water bottle. I'm gonna upgrade the battery soon because with the sound system that's having a little bit of trouble. But really, these motors essentially bolt in. This is the stock radiator for now. The mounts are virtually identical. You do have to wallow out the holes for the trans mount. Other than that, it fits right in. So I highly recommend this swap. Either KA, SR, dual cam CA, all of those would fit in here nicely. The only thing you have to get custom is the drive shaft, which wasn't too bad. About $300 is what I spent. Just because the diff's a little bit different and the actual distance is about 3 inches shorter than what you'd find on an S13 or 14. But yeah, highly recommend the swap. Even the power steering stuff pretty much bolts on. The rack handles it fine. Yeah, and the plan is to put nitrous on this. So this motor came out of a buddy's car that already had nitrous, and I would like to do that again. It'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah on the nitrous. Oh, and wiring's super easy for this swap. Anybody who's putting a K into anything, it's 3 wires. The run wire, a constant power for the ECU's memory, and then a start wire that you have to add, and that's just for enrichment at fire up. Otherwise it takes forever to start. So yeah, super easy. If any of you guys are doing this swap, feel free to send me a message and I can give you some pointers for sure. Alright, so this car is fairly clean. When I got it, it did have a messed up fender and a messed up door. So this fender and this door are off of one of the parts cars you saw in the back. It's painted with this. Literally the same Rust-Oleum you can get at Home Depot. It took about 8 cans, which comes out to like, I don't know, like $60 worth of paint. And then what I do is I set up a little paint booth in my garage here and just take a day. You gotta sand it. It's all about prep work when it comes to paint, especially when you're using cheap paint. 400 wet sand the whole car, and then 600 the roof and the hood, just because they needed it. And then you just spray it. Tape off what you need to tape off, and it comes out great. A lot of people think a lot more money went into this paint job than actually did. So it doesn't take much to make these cars nice. The wheels, those are Rotas 15x9 plus 0. They fit pretty good. As far as suspension wise, it's all stock with cut springs right now. The plan is to go S13 front coilovers, and then Mustang Fox body rear coil and spring, rear shock and spring, which gets you a little bit lower in the rear as well. The body kit's off of an 87 SE. So this is off of the white car. If you follow my other videos, the white car that was crashed, that's where this body kit came from. It's also where the mud flaps came from. And since we're back here, we'll talk about this exhaust. This is actually an exhaust off of a Mazda RX-8. We kind of cut it up, modified it. Sounds great, as you'll probably see in the video. Looks good. Shout out to my buddy Daniel at Kiyoki Garage, who helped build that. It came out exactly as I envisioned it, so that's nice. The wing, I added these little winglets just to give it that sad girl vibe that everybody loves these days. I think it looks great. I haven't had anybody say it doesn't look good. All it is plexiglass cut and painted. Kind of makes it look lower in the rear. The tints from the previous owner, that might get updated soon. As far as other things on the outside, it was mainly just paint, lowering it, exhaust, cool wing. It does have modified front tension rods for more angle. This was a drift car prior to me getting it. It still kind of is a drift car. All my cars are drift cars. So I left the little bit of angle mod that's on there as well. But yeah, if there are any of you guys that are interested in anything more detail wise on this one, because I think it came out really good, let me know. There's a lot you can do with these cars. They're cool cars. If you just watched the last S12 video, I just sold that one. They're becoming more popular. Now it's the time to get them, for sure. So thanks for joining. I hope you guys liked the shots we did, and don't forget to like and subscribe.